It's time to roast your Thanksgiving turkey today. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. Today we roast that Thanksgiving turkey. And maybe this is your first time for the whole family to come over and your first time to cook a big turkey. Never fear, Jim is here. You will need your roasting pan, just like when we roasted the chicken. This time, we're going to take it a step further. In the bottom of your roasting pan, cut up some old leafy tops of the celery, put some carrots in there, mash a few cloves of garlic, and we're going to fill it about, about half, extra whang. You just got to be careful. Fill it about a 1/4 inch or a little under half full of water. Not only is that going to keep your turkey moist, but it's also going to make the house smell great. Take some cooking spray, spray the top of your roasting pan so your bird won't stick. Then get your bird. Here's my huge turkey, and I have taken out the neck over here and the liver and gizzards and heart and all that, the little bag out. And I did a dry brine with some salt and a crushed up bay leaf or two and some pepper. You just wipe it off kind of good. You want the skin to be dry so that it will brown up, crisp up a little bit. It goes without saying that if you buy a frozen turkey from the grocery store, it must be completely thawed before you cook it. Check the package and it will tell you most turkeys take 3 to 5 days in the refrigerator. This 16-pound turkey took forever. Maybe more than 5 days, but I checked it every day. Now, I don't know if you're on the truss train or not, tying the legs together and it has to sit up just so, or you have to do this and turn it this side up or that side down. All that does not matter. Most people say turkey breast up, so that's what we're going to do. Preheat your oven to 450, and I've seasoned it obviously. Baste it very liberally with butter or oil, cooking oil. This is a no baste method, so if you're new to cooking, you'll love that. It also never hurts to throw about 1/4 of a stick of butter into the middle of the turkey. That'll just help with a little goodness, kind of like your vegetables and things down there. Now, all you have to do is put this in your 450-degree oven for 30 minutes. Set your timer. Write these notes down. Be sure to put this in carefully so that you don't slosh any of that liquid. The great thing about this no baste method is, after you've basted the first time, you're through. And the trick is, all the liquid and the aromatic vegetables help keep your turkey moist and keep you from basting every 20 or 30 minutes. Thank you. It's been 30 minutes and I have turned the oven down to 350 degrees. Now you need to get a piece of foil, spray it, or put butter on it. And we're going to put this on top of the turkey breast so that it doesn't overcook and dry out. See, it already looks just yummo. And I'll just put it right there over the top. Push it right back in. And now, let's talk about that cook time. I have a 16-pound turkey, and the general rule is 15 minutes at 350 for every pound. That gives me a rough estimate of 4 hours. But since we're not basting all the time, we're not opening the door all the time and losing all that heat, it's going to cook faster. But you also want to cook it until it's 165 degrees on your meat thermometer. I'm going to set my timer for about 2 hours, and then I'm going to check my temperature. This little red popper deal, that's usually your sign that it's done, but you cannot rely on those. It's a piece of plastic. How accurate can plastic be with heat? Plastic melts in heat? It has now been 2 hours, and we're going to check that turkey. Okay, that's why you check. When I poked it one time, juices did run out red, which indicates blood, which indicates it's not ready. If yours is way short of 165, you might go 30 minutes to an hour. Do what works for you, but just be careful and check your temperature. Okay, it's been about 2 hours and 50 minutes. I think this is going to be it. Ooh, that looks pretty. Vlogger style. Hopefully we can do this. Ooh, exactly. Well, it went to 1.6. Now it's going down, of course. Okay, a few more minutes. That's why you can't trust cooking estimates alone, because that's exactly what they are. Estimates of how long it takes to cook. You must have an instant read meat thermometer. You've got to know. It has now been 3 hours. Let's go see what's cooking. Okay, vlogger style. Here we are. We went past 165. Look at this beauty. I'm not going to lift this, but I will give you a 360 as much as possible. And you can see some of the juice in the cavity and that butter that I put in. But when you get ready, or after it cools actually, you can just tip and pour that out if you need to. But look at how golden. It is so evenly browned. And I basted it once. By putting this little tint over it, then your turkey breast doesn't over brown. And it looks so oh, it's tender. I love it. If you don't know, you've got to let this cool for 20 minutes. Longer is even better, so that the juices go back inside and keep the meat nice and juicy, moist and tender and delicious. Here's that piece of turkey that I cut off right here in the glamour shot, and oh, it's just so juicy. That salt brine really helped. You can look one up, or I just did half a teaspoon of salt per pound, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and crumbled up a few bay leaves in it. Smoothed it on there and let it go in the refrigerator for 24 hours. It made a huge difference. Turkey buying tips. If you always thought you had to buy the expensive name brand turkeys, you don't. Who needs a butterball when this cheap honeysuckle turkey is just as juicy and delicious and flavorful because you seasoned it yourself? Well, if you like this recipe for juicy roast turkey and you did it right the first time, ta-da! Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experiences with your first roast turkey, or maybe this roast turkey if it's not your first. Click the bell in the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help. Even me. Happy Thanksgiving. It's time to cook that flopper. It's been 300. It hasn't. Flop, flop, flop. Here is that piece of chicken. Chicken. And it's just as good as any smoked blapper. If you always thought you had to have the expensive name brand turkeys, you don't. Who needs a butter blopper? Blopper. That's all I'm doing.